there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCGFAM show, episode 1 of OCG, the Nectar show. So let me tell you what we're doing real quick. I've talked about it before, but we're changing the show up. We've been having the OCGFAM show, and it's still the OCGFAM show, but what we wanted to do was have, most of you have been real interested in the Nectar for the Gods and how to use that, and you know, tips and tactics about that. So we're going to have other shows. We're going to do some interviews, and we're going to do some, we're going to do the pepper show. We're going to grow the world's hottest pepper, get in the Guinness Book of World Records. But that is separate from this. We're going to start off with the basics and work our way all the way through as far as it takes us. 100 episodes, 200 episodes, 2,000 episodes, whatever it takes. We're going to learn Nectar from the start to the finish, step by step. No step missed, no question unanswered at a microscopic level, because that's what you asked for, and that's what I want to do. I'd like to learn it myself. So we're going to do that, and this is the first episode of that. So this will be like OCG Nectar 01, 001. You'll see that in the title there. The basics. There's nothing more basic, I don't think, than the sample kit. This is what you'd start off with. You get one of these. It's got pretty much everything you need in here, with the exception of a few tools and a plant to grow with nectar and learn it. And everything else, all this other stuff, builds from here. So let's take this thing over the table here. Let's take a look, see what's in here. Okay, get out my trusty knife here, and we will open this up. That. Oops, right here. Okay, put that away. Let's see what we got here. Open it up. When you open the box up, you're going to see, I'll show it to you there, 2 small bottles on top. Now what these are is Olympus Up, which is a pH adjuster. It's very important to adjust the pH with this line. So we'll talk a lot about that. That's what you need. There's the pH up. There is a pH down. Rarely do you need that. If you get your sample kit, and because you got some weird water or some other issue and you need the pH down, you just contact them. They'll send you one. But that's that. We'll talk about that later on. Bloom Chaos. This is complicated. We're going to talk about that later. Now, if you look down in the middle, there are usually some little samples of other people's products in there. This one has some SLF 100, and I would say SLF 100 is probably the most important product that's not part of the Nectar line that is incredibly useful for it. You don't have to have it, but boy, it sure helps. Now, there's some other ones you might get in there. I got some stuff over here. Let me see what I got laying around here. I got photosynthesis from Microbe Life. That's a pretty common one to get there. I don't think I really have anymore. A lot of times you'll see full-on in there, maybe some root dip, but all of those products later on in the series, I'll go through all those with you so you understand those, but the main thing is these products right here, the 6 base nutrients. So let's get these out of the thing here. Athena's Aminas, Herculean Harvest. Now this one, this is probably the one you're going to use the most of. If you use this whole kit, this is the one you'll run out of first, because this is kind of the engine that drives the whole process, the calcium. So we're going to get into all this. It's going to be a lot of fun. See what else we got here. Demeter's Destiny, Medusa's Magic, Gaia Mania, and Zeus Juice. Those are the basic 6. And then if you open this up here, you look down in there, there's nothing else in there except this. This is the sample kit regimen. And I'll hold it up there for you. It's the instructions. How much to use, how to use that whole thing. Now, it's possible if you get one of the older kits that's been sitting around for a while, it may have the old feeding chart. I'm going to come around there and show you this one. This is a little different. This is the old school feeding chart. Now, if you see this one, it had the simple, the advanced, and the pro level lines. Now, they don't do that anymore. They actually do something similar to that. The Spartan, the Greek, and the Roman, which are similar to these. But the thing that was wrong with this was 2 things. One, that people thought, well, I'll start with the simple, but I got to move up to the advanced, and then I got to move to the pro level. Well, you really don't. For some people, the Roman regimen, with all this stuff on there, that's their huckleberry. That's what they want to do. But a lot of other people, you know, a lot of people think the Greek makes the most sense for them. That this is the most efficient, gives you everything you need, and nothing else. And other people have done very well with just 4 nutrients and the pH adjuster. So they thought that it would be nice to get that across, that you don't have to do all that. You're not moving up the thing. You're finding what works for you. So that's why they've got those. And then the other problem with it is that the sample kit comes with 6 nutrients. It's not on here. There's either this one that's got a bunch more or this one that's got a bunch less. So what they did is they made this the sample kit regimen. It's got exactly all the products you need and how to use them, how much to use, the whole thing. So come on around here, let me show you this. We're gonna go through this step by step, but let me show you this one thing first. This is the philosophy of Nectar for the Gods and kind of the keystone of this whole chart. So let me just read it to you. Nectar for the Gods takes a scientific approach to plant nourishment. It may seem unfamiliar at first, but we believe that if you stick to it for a couple of weeks, you and your plants will notice the difference. And I think that's the key to why we need to do this whole show, is that the way they work is not just philosophically different in that they care more or that they want to do better for the environment, which they do, than, you know, maybe some other places, maybe not some other ones. But that's not the key to it. It's that they've actually taken a different approach to how they put the nutrients into the plant and how that all works. And that's why it's 100 shows, 200 shows, as opposed to here it is, put it on your plants. So let's go through this and show you what we got here. So the chart up here, this is the first part. This is the major part we're going to be talking about today. We'll get down to about here. And then next episode, we'll actually start mixing this stuff up and using it. So up here, it says sample kit regimen, and this is how much you use of each thing. Now, across the top, it says the stages of plant growth. Seed and clone, early vegetative, mid-vegetative, late vegetative, early flowering, mid-flowering, late flowering, and then flush. We'll talk about flush later, but you understand all those. And then it's got the products listed across here, all the nutrients. Medusa's Magic, Gaia Mania, Athena's Aminas, Demeter's Destiny, Herculean Harvest, Zeus Juice, which are all the basic ones we talked about. The Bloom Chaos, which we're going to talk about that, which is a foliar feed. Although with some crops, which have flowers on them at the end of the process, you're not going to want a foliar feed. You're going to want to root drench those so that you don't get them all over your little flowers. Then Olympus Up, or like I said, if you have a weird situation where you actually need to go down with the pH level, you may need some Hades down. Although interestingly, you're going to want to use the Hades down to go down below the level you want to be at, and then put a little Olympus Up in there to bring it back up, because the Olympus Up is actually kind of a nutrient itself, and more than that, it's a buffer to keep the pH level in the soil evened out, not just in the mixture itself. So that's that. There's a couple of footnotes here. We'll get into those another time. But let me tell you about this. All the measurements are in teaspoons and tablespoons. So what I'll do is actually in the comments of this video, I'll put a little conversion chart in there, but it's pretty straightforward. A teaspoon is 5 milliliters and a tablespoon is 15 milliliters. So that, because if you look at the other charts, I've got these here, the Greek, the Spartan, and the Roman. They've got milliliters on these. And the reason that is when you're doing the sample kit regimen, it's you just got these 6 small bottles, and it's on a pretty small scale, and it's actually probably a little easier just to use the little measuring spoons to measure it out, because you're only doing 1 or 2 teaspoons, a tablespoon. When you're using this proper with all a huge garden, what you're going to find is that you're having to take those numbers up, and it's a lot easier to put 30 milliliters instead of 15 and figuring out tablespoons, teaspoons, and all that when you're doing it for gallons and 5 gallons and 10 gallons and hundreds of gallons. So that's why that is. And you're probably wondering, and this is what we're going to get into now, and this will probably be about the end of today, and we'll get into this series tomorrow with actually mixing the stuff up and doing that. But how did they come across these numbers? Well, let's read this. The feeding schedule at the top of this guide reflects the collective knowledge and experience of input from countless Nectar for the Gods users. So that's exactly what happened. They put it out to everyone that was using the stuff and said, how much do you use of each of these things? Everyone got this little grid thing, and they filled it in with what they did. So in theory, half the people use more of this than this, and half the people use less. So this is just kind of a guideline. Let me read you this next paragraph. Every gardener and every garden are different. As you become more familiar with these nutrients, you can develop your own feeding schedule that works for you and your garden. But this feeding schedule is a good start. And that's just what it is, a good start. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow, is we're going to have a good start and get going with this. We'll show you how to mix it up and just get on our journey towards learning how to use Nectar for the Gods. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye-bye. For more information about anything on today's show, go to our website, OCGFAM.com. The OCGFAM show, it's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCGFAM show. See you tomorrow.